Hello and welcome to the Matthew Alton Art channel again. This evening's video is me doing another portrait session from Umber Studios, one of the live sessions. I did it earlier on, so I'm just doing the video straight away after it. You can see that I'm using charcoal, grey tone paper, and later on I'll be using some white pastel pencil as well. I'm following along with what the tutor is using so that I can sort of compare mine to theirs at the end of the session. You can see that I've started just mapping out the main areas. So I've done the shape of the head. I'm now just shading in the eye sockets. It's quite a low light reference photo for this session. So quite dark overall, with just a few highlights on the right hand side as we're looking at it. Building up gradually, so with charcoal you can see that I've put it on quite darkly, but then as soon as you smudge it with your finger or indeed a tortillon, it removes a lot of the charcoal. It's willow charcoal that I'm using here. So sometimes you can do some work and then erase it and then have to redo it and go over it again. But that's just the nature of the beast, really. You can see it's a bearded gentleman again. I've been doing so many bearded gentlemen recently that I should be an expert at them by now. You can begin to see now that the light is coming from the left hand side as we look at it. I've just added a flat darker tone on the right hand side of the face. The joy of using charcoal is that you can erase it. You know, it's sometimes a bit frustrating if you erase something that you've done by gently brushing it, but actually the fact that you can sort of mold and manipulate this face into being and the likeness into being over time is one of the joys of charcoal, really. You do need to, of course, fix it at the end, so I use fixative spray, which is quite highly toxic, so make sure if you are going to use it, that you use it in lots of ventilation and don't breathe in the fumes, obviously. But you can see that I'm gradually building up the details. I'm moving all over the face, really, trying to get the features right, darkening up that shadow on the right hand side of the face again. To be honest, for this session I wasn't really looking at what the tutor was doing too much, really. I made a start and got carried away, as I often do. I'll have to go back and watch how she did again. So the joy of having these sort of online sessions that are live at the time is that they put them in a video library and you can go and look at them again. So you can go and study how the tutor was talking you through it rather than just doing it on your own. I don't think I can listen and do at the same time. I don't think I'm capable of doing that, really. I get carried away on what I'm actually drawing myself. You can start to see that there is now form appearing on the face. It's becoming a rounded sphere with extra bits added. That's really what a head is, let's be honest. A sphere with extra bits. Difficult to get the texture of the beard again right, and especially difficult with this because it's a darker beard, but there is white hairs in it, so you don't want the white hairs to look like highlights where you don't want them, sort of thing. It's quite complicated. Gradually building up the darks, as you can see. You see I added some detail to the ear then, and then scrubbed it with my finger and removed most of it. But that can be quite useful, you know, if you add it quite harshly, your finger can just sort of smudge it and make it look much better. Up to this point I've been concentrating on the darks, but here you can see now that I'm actually adding some very subtle highlights, not everywhere either. Very few highlights on this drawing, really, because it's a darker sort of portrait. but that just helps to pop the bits on the where the light is actually shining the most on the model. If anything, at this point there isn't enough darkness on the right hand side of the face, and I'm just fixing that now. I've started to realise that, and it helps you to see that when you add the highlights on the other side. So I've just put a flat cross hatching of dark on the right hand side there to push that back. Overall, I'm quite liking what I've done. You know, it's a fairly good likeness, you know, but not brilliant. But that's it, about done now. Well, this is the final drawing. The sessions are an hour long, and I try not to go over that. As I said in the last video, I think, of Raw Umber Studios, I probably will return to some of these reference photographs and try and do a more finished and polished piece. But I'm just trying to do it in the time that the tutor runs the session for. Overall, I'm quite pleased with what I've got at the end of an hour. It's not very long to create a portrait, really. And I'm quite pleased with it. I hope you've enjoyed watching me do this portrait. Hope it's inspired you to have a go yourself. Do give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. And also, if you're new here, then do consider subscribing. As you know, if you've watched the last few videos, I'm trying to build the numbers up on YouTube. I'd love to get to sort of monetization level, which is 1,000 subscribers by July, August, something like that. So fingers crossed that I can get there with your support. So yeah, do subscribe if you haven't. It really helped me out. And do return for some more videos. If you check back regularly, I try and do at the moment 2 or 3 videos a week, so I'm really churning them out at the moment. It's quite a lot of effort in that, you know, you have to actually do the artwork, but then of course do all the video editing after that, so it sort of doubles the length of time that you actually are doing the artwork, really. Okay, well, thanks for your time, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.